Hey, 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 dude. What's good with y'all this morning? How y'all feel? Come on in this time. What's good with y'all? Come on in, gather around the table. Did you, I said, y'all might as well come on in and gather around the table. Y'all see me. It's time to go in again this morning. Ain't no reason not to. You heard us. There's no reason not. Hey, sir, ain't no reason not to go in. We might as well go ahead and allow it to do what it do, right? How y'all feel? Wealthy rising. You know what I said? Wealthy rising. Hey, wealthy rising. Come on into this. I see y'all logging on. I'm gonna sit here for a second, let y'all log all the way in, let y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Come on into the assignment. There's no reason not to. You hear me? I said you might as well come on into the assignment. You might as well, as I prepare for y'all presence. You feel me? You hear me? I said I'll prepare my little vial. You see the little vial? I still got the little vial. I heard this boy came way from motherland somewhere. At the same time, I still want to dap. I heard him say, "Dapper do you, right?" Ain't that what they said? A dapper do you? All you need is a dap. A dapper sweet. Stick a sweet. Y'all want me to drink my alkaline water. I'm trying to stay alkaline. At the same time, y'all know I am Q Davis, your thought-provoking specialist, health conscious coach, intellectual content creator, also your podcast professor. Y'all see, I got that lab jacket on this morning too. You feel me? You got to go deep into the labs. Did you hear me? I said we got to go deep into the labs of our mind, our thoughts, deep into the labs of our consciousness. And so at the same time, y'all see it say 9.5 right here, right? I say 9.5. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of hydrogen. 9.5. You see it? You see it right here, YouTube, my Facebook family and friends. You see that right here, 9.5. Y'all see this smart water 9.5 right here, TikTok. Whole objective. I poured some already in my cup. The entire objective is to get that to 12, around 12. You feel me? At the same time, don't get mad at the messenger. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger that sat in a classroom over in Cal State University. CSUSB. I drove from Miami, Florida International University back in what, 2013. Because I graduated with my bachelor's degree in clinical psychology, positive developmental psychology, from FIU in 2014. So this had to be like 13, right? 2013, I drove. I drove from Miami to LAX, to be honest with you. It took me 3 days to get there. I drove across I-10, I-10 on where it says turnpike. Well, what is that? 75. Well, turnpike, 75. Go north till you got to I-10. You get on I-10, you get on I-10 and head west on I-10. Guess what? I-10 will take you straight into LAX, Los Angeles, California. Yes, it is. But I-10 goes straight there. But anyway, I drove from Miami to LAX, to Los Angeles, California. It 3 days. Sleep on the side of the road. I didn't get in the bed until I got to Tucson, Arizona. I remember that. You take a drive like that across this country, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. When you take a drive like that across this country, right? You take a drive like that across this country to LAX, it'll take you 3 days to get there from Miami to Los Angeles, California. I did that trip in 2013. But while I was there, and while the whole purpose of me taking that trip was to go to Cal State University, San Bernardino, because my GPA was so high, they found me on the portal at FIU. Look, Hawaii, I could have went anywhere up the East Coast. I mean, already have been all the way up the East Coast from Miami to basically New York. I chose California for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why I just chose California, Cal State University, Bernardino. So while I was out there, I drove from Miami to Cal State University, San Bernardino. Uh, yeah, I studied health psychology. And this kind of like altered my whole thing about health. You know what I'm saying? I think that this was a open door or determining factor, if you will, that would cause me to think about health psychology differently. And so I did a health psychology class in Cal State University. Yeah, San Bernardino. And at the same time I was out there, I also did a cultural diversity psychology. Let me tell y'all something. Psychology is all over this whole entire world. It's over this whole entire nation. It's over this whole entire system. Psychology. And somebody asked me the other day, why did you choose psychology? To this day, I don't know. I don't really know why I chose psychology as a, as a major, psych major. At the same time, I believe that to this day, you what I've learned through all of it. Eric Erickson, through one of my favorite theorists called Carl Rogers. That I have, a variety and an array of theorists that I looked at one time in my life, right? I took bits and pieces of their life. I took bits and pieces of their theory, their theoretical framework, and I built my own. That's what happened. And I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. Ain't no reason for me to sit here and fake and flog with y'all. I'm telling y'all what transpired. This is what happened in my life. I'm just telling y'all TikTok what they do. I'm so happy to be here with TikTok. What y'all do, TikTok? What they do? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here with y'all, Facebook family and friends. That's my first love, TikTok. But I'm telling y'all right now, they ain't gonna bust a grape on a fruit fight. I don't even think it's supposed the way they should. I said supposed. I don't even think they support me the way they should. But they'll come in later on and they act like there are people behind the curtains of life looking and say, "What did he say today? Yeah, what did he say? I want to hear what he said." But they'll never come and send me some likes, and send me some shares, and send me some follows. They'll never follow and like and share. But that's okay. I got YouTube over here. What they do, YouTube. All y'all, my family and friends. All y'all, my family and friends. I love all y'all, and I'm here this morning. Of course, y'all know I came to part two, based on the fact that the Creator of all things wouldn't release me from what I'm supposed to say. He said, "Tell them the rest of the story." I gotta tell y'all the remaining of the story. You feel me? I can't just leave y'all hanging high and dry like I did yesterday. I told y'all the universe will always test you before a major breakthrough is about to happen. He'll always test you. He'll always put you through the test. And here's how you'll know that you're being tested, because everything that's not aligned with your destiny, everything that's not really aligned with your newness, is not really aligned with what you know what I'm saying, are heading towards, that he will rip it away from you. I didn't want to leave y'all right there. dripping away. That just feels like it's at the bottom of the hourglass. Y'all know I talk about this hourglass. You know, that we're in the hourglass conscientious thought process that we live in world at this moment, right? And so the world that we live in right now is an alkaline world, and then we got an acidic world down here at the bottom where death, destruction, and disease, we believe the word disease from, right? But then we have an alkaline world where there's health, wellness, and well-being. And so all I'm telling you to do is anchor your mind, anchor your thoughts, anchor your conscious well-being and your awareness and your alertness. Anchor that in the top side of the hourglass, the world by which you have control over the world. You can anchor yourself in the alkaline side of conscientiousness, or you can drop yourself all the way down into the acidic, toxic side of conscientiousness and operate from there too, from a bitter lemon perspective. You feel me? You have bit into the lemons of life and then allow the lemons of life to determine how you view life because you had some lemons. I'm just letting you know that you can add a sweetener of thought. Ooh, I said you can add a sweetener of thought. The thought, the agave that I want you to use is the thoughts by which you view your life. Right? And you can add lemons, and you can add a sweetener to the lemons of life. Because we all have it. We all got lemons. We all got lemons of life. Everybody is, you're not excluded. You're not excluded from the lemons of life. We all must share it because you might have a different lemon than me. You feel me? But my lemons might be different from yours. All I'm telling you is that we all share in these lemons. Daddy was dead, say like all this. I mean, listen, I can go down a whole list of alcoholics. Mom was an alcoholic, gave you away, left you on the police. Listen, I could say a variety of things, but that's not my assignment. My assignment is to let you know that everything that's not aligned with your destiny will be ripped away. Right? That your friendship, that relationship, that your job, that your career, that you done worked on for 30 years, and been late 3 times in 30 years, and they about to give you a piece. It's all because you are a chosen one, and it's time for you to move to your new dimension. And so sometimes in this thing called life, if the creator is asked you and navigated you and orchestrated your life to where you can start going to your new dimension and you don't do it willingly, guess what's gonna happen? He'll force you out. Listen, the creator of all things will force you to that point. He will get you to that point some way, shape, form, or fashion. You will know that you're at the brink. You feel me? You're at the brink by him removing these friendships and allowing these family relationships to dissipate and allowing all these things in your job and your career is shaky and it's on the rocks of being, terminated based on the fact that, that for whatever reason they'll conjure up. I'm just here to let you know that old habits can't go. You can't take old friendships. You can't take old relationships. You gotta leave some of these jobs and these careers behind in order for you to focus in on your entrepreneurial type mindset. And so at the same time, I'm just here this morning just to chop it up and let y'all know that at the same time through this life curriculum that I'm telling you about, that you got to go through life's curriculum. Right? There's a curriculum of life that we all must go through. Stop acting like your curriculum is so much worse than somebody else's. You don't know their story. Sometimes all you see is the glory, but you don't know the story. And so at the same time, you will see the glory on their life. Why they able to try this? Or why they able to live like that? But you don't know what it took to get that. You don't know what it took to get what they got. You don't know what it took. And so at the same time, I'm just going to let you know that fear, ego, and survival mode is going to collapse around you. You cannot take this into the new dimension. Fear, ego, and at the same time, survival mode. If you're in any three of those little things, fear, ego or survival mode, I'm here to let you know it ain't gonna work for you. Because at the same time, it's not punishment. You just can't take it to the next level. I believe that it's not punishment. I believe that it's development. You feel me? Sometimes he'll develop you through these processes by which you must go through in order to get to where he would have you to be. You gotta get better. So sometimes you might feel like you're stuck in a loop in these repetitive cycles. Sometimes you might feel like you're just stuck in repetitiveness, where you're just going through the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Maybe I came out here with an answer. Ooh, did you hear me, TikTok? What they do, baby? I told y'all I came out here with a quick answer for you. You feel me? I'm just letting you know, Facebook family and friends, I came out here with an answer. Maybe the creator of all things has downloaded this answer in me in order for me to share it with y'all. You feel me? So maybe I have to be the liaison. Maybe I have to be the mediator between the creator and what he want me to say to his children, to his people, to his folk. You feel me? And so at the same time, I'm here. I'm on my assignment. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. I ain't here for no other reason than to provoke thought and cause your mind to do the mindset shifting that's necessary in order for you to get to your new level, in order for you to get to your new dimension, man. It's by design. You feel me? It's all by October 15th on 2022 when I was coming out my bedroom in my drawer. I can tell y'all what it is. I can tell y'all my story. Listen, I ain't got no reason to defend with y'all. I had my tank top, a white tank top on, and some gray drawers. What y'all want to hear? When I came out my room, it had nothing to do with neither one of y'all that's on this alive right now. I'm just letting you know where he convicted me was. He said, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. And so at that moment, I looked over at the table. It was so loud in my auditory ear, so I thought that I know I was in my house by myself. I know no one was in there with me. But at the same time, I heard this voice that was so loud but yet calm. He said, open the laptop, speaking to the mind of the people. And I have not taken you through all the things, all the valley lows and all the mountain highs. I didn't take you through all that stuff, sir. I did not take you through all that stuff for you to just sit back and then don't tell the people what I've said and what I've done. And so at the same time, I'm here. Hey, listen, I'm here on assignment. I surrendered, y'all. I finally walked over to that laptop kind of reluctantly, and I just opened the laptop, right? And I just started talking. The only people that I had at that moment was Facebook, my first love. Facebook, y'all, my first love. At the same time that now I got IG, now I'm with YouTube, and now I'm on TikTok. But at the same time, I'm here to tell you if you feel like you're stuck, right? There's some repetitiveness, right? And you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't really feel like you're getting out of what you're stuck in. I'm here to let you know if you feel stuck in repetitiveness, if you feel stuck in these certain loops, it looks like it's just a recurring situation. I'm letting you know here's your answer today. I say, here is your answer. That the universe is waiting on you to respond differently. That's your answer. Don't get mad. That's your answer right there. He's waiting on you. He is waiting on you. The creator of all things. I'm talking about infinite wisdom. I'm talking about conscious thoughts. He's waiting on you to answer differently than you already did. You know by now you cannot do the same thing except you know. Ain't no reason for us to play with that. We know that's insanity. If you do the same thing and expect a different result, you know that's insanity. We ain't gonna play them type of psychological games. I keep telling y'all I got a major in this. I got a master's degree in this. So we ain't gonna play them type games right now. We ain't gonna keep doing the same thing and expect And so he sent me by here this morning to tell you that he's waiting on you to respond differently, right? And the moment that you make a conscious decision, I'm just going to let you know, the very moment that you make a conscious decision to choose a different thought, to choose a different route, to choose a different awareness, to choose a different alert, to choose different. The moment that you make a conscious decision to choose different, guess what's going to happen? It's going to the initial cycle that you was once stuck in, the initial repetitiveness and the initial loop that you kept looping around will immediately be broken through that one conscious thought of thinking different. That's all it's going to take. But you got to be willing to. Did you hear me? You got to understand that it's an internal situation that you're going to have to do by yourself in the mirror. I keep telling y'all, I get my downloads from the mirror real strong now. Hey, that mirror done became my best friend, y'all. Did you hear me? I know I pass by the mirror a lot of times. I don't even want to look at it at one time in my life. I pass by the mirror, just glance at the mirror, and at the same time, I ain't like what I saw. And that's the truth of the matter. And so at the same time, now I stand in the mirror. In the mirror of life, you're going to have to eventually stand in the mirror and view yourself correctly. Did you hear me? I say, I'm going to tell you and teach you and show you how to stand in the mirror and view yourself with the right perspective. You are better than whatever you think you are. You have enough creativity than what you ever think that you would have. But you got to stand in the mirror and you got to see it for yourself. And nobody can see it for you. You ain't never been around nobody, y'all. Hey, listen, chosen ones, you ain't never been around nobody that you see more for them than they saw for themselves and it frustrated you. Hey, you ain't never been around nobody that you saw more than you saw their potential, more than they even acknowledged for themselves, and you was trying to usher them into their full potential, and they wouldn't even go because they didn't even see it for themselves. Ooh. At the same time, get what it did for you. Made you frustrated and mad and got all, you know what I'm saying? You got your panties in the bunch. Your drawers all wrinkled. Based on the fact that you saw for that person, that significant other, or that, family member, like you can do better than what you're doing. Hey, man, you can do better than what you're doing. But at the same time, at that moment by which you was trying to force them into it, they didn't even see. They couldn't even identify. They couldn't even attach themselves to it and become aligned with what you saw for them. Ooh. At the same time, you sat back there with a spirit of frustration. You sat back there with a spirit of defeat, trying to show you that you got a better version of yourself that I see that you can become, but at the same time, they don't even see it for themselves. That's a bad space to be in. Hey, sir, that's a bad space to be. I'm here to let you know if you're feeling lost, right? Like what used to make sense no longer does. What used to make sense to you, you're like, man, I don't even feel right no more. Because what used to make sense, it don't even make sense no more to me. I don't even, I can't even identify with what used to make sense and what had so much clarity at one time in my life. I don't know what it is that make me feel like what used to make sense. I can't even identify with it no more. I'm here with your answer. Hey, I promise you I'm here with an answer. I keep telling y'all, I'm here with y'all answer. I'm here to let you know right now that the old version of you is dissolved. That's why you don't feel right no more. That's that old version that you're gonna have to shed. I talk about, like I said, y'all know I like talk about this, but this is a year of snake. You go to the Chinese calendar, you go to all these different calendars. I'm looking at all calendars because he told me all of it is a part of. I even look at a Buddhist calendar. I even look at a China, Japanese calendar. Right now, we're in the Gregorian calendar, right? And the Gregorian calendar is Greek. We're not even Greek. We're supposed to be on the Enoch, but I ain't gonna sell. We're supposed to be on Enoch. We're gonna lead out. So we at the Greek, right? Where we at? I'm just letting you know that there's different calendars that you can view and you can get a full universal understanding of conscious thought. Because he said all of it was a part of it. He told me all of it is a part of it. Every part of the diaspora is a part by which you can tap into and understand a holistic value of universal conscious thoughts. All of it. So now you can open me up past the point by which I want to go. Ooh, sometimes this point that by which you might have to open up past might make you feel lost. Like what used to make sense no longer does anymore. That's because the old version is of you is dissolved. It's only through you allowing it to dissolve. I say dissolve. DISSOLVE. To dissolve. It's only when you start allowing that to dissipate that your real, true understanding and clarity will become. You can't resist. You can't really, you gotta stop resisting your path of openness because as soon as you stop resisting it and allow it to become, then clarity is on its way. You will get clarity. You will get understanding. You'll get freedom. You'll start to become a little bit more conscious of a holistic value, a universal understanding. I believe that that's where you can start standing outside of all. You might have to stand outside of what you once believed. You might have to stand out what you believe, sir, a king. You might have to stand outside of it all at one time. You once was there, and now he'll tell you to back yourself up out of all of it and stand outside of all of it and then look down in on it. Then that's when you'll get a holistic, universal understanding. So a lot of us is stuck in these certain loops, and these certain loops of repetitiveness because at the same time you don't want to release and you don't want to relinquish what you once understood and believed and stood on. It is shit, the very foundation of your belief mechanism. So at the same time, so you be like, man, who would ever think I would be right here at this moment? But at the same time, the creator of all things might be leading you here. He might just be leading you. So at the same time, the old version of you is dissolved. You might feel like you're caught in this form, right? It might be a struggle for you right now. You're like, man, why I feel like I can't get to this new realm and this new destination? It's because clarity only comes once you align with it. That's when clarity comes. When you start aligning with your newness of your new divine destiny by which the creator of all things is leading you to, then guess what? That's when clarity comes. You will get clear, focused, understanding, universal conscientiousness. That's when it happens, y'all. So you might be feeling like you stuck. You're caught in the ball between who you were and who you are becoming. Did you hear me? I say you might feel as though you're stuck in this hole. It's like a little gray area that you feel might who you are now becoming is two different it's two different entities. So creator sent me by here this morning. I said the creator sent me by here this morning. Consistent. And your path opens and understanding becomes clear when you stop resisting. You start embracing the unknown. You gotta trust in the unfamiliar. You're like, wait a minute, this is unfamiliar territory. This void that I feel is unfamiliar to me because I've never had to transition from where I once was into now who I'm now becoming. Because the creator of all things is waking me up, and you have an awakening era. There's an awakening that's happening in your mind and in your thoughts and in your creativity. You're awakening to the newness of it all. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't feel this way in 2019. Now this 2024. Where I said 24. Yeah, I'm from Miami. Y'all know. Hey, stop acting like y'all don't know. I can say 24. Get it out of here. 24. You know what I'm saying? Like 2024. You know what I'm saying like that? You can't understand 24. But anyway, this 2025. Now you sitting here on the break. You sitting here literally with your break. Your breakthrough of conscious understanding. Fresh anointing. With a fresh amount of peace and prosperity. You're on the of something new. All I'm here to tell you is stop resisting. Allow the newness to become you. And allow the old to fall away. Because the old is no longer going to serve you in the capacity by which these new doors and these new opportunities and these new strategies have to come forth. I know you want to hold on to those old keys. You heard us. You want to hold on to those old keys and unlock those old doors in 2019 before the plan ended. I know. I'm just here to let you know it ain't going. It ain't going. The new keys that you have in your hand now, that you're on the brink of possessing, you're not going to have the ability to open the new doors to the old keys. It ain't gonna work. And so your faith, your trust, and your patience will be pushed to the limits. Yeah, that's what's happening. I said your faith, your trust, and your patience will be pushed to the limits. And what I'm discovering, right, as a 57-year-old black man in the earth, what I'm discovering, right, what I've discovered is that the delays and the obstacles and the uncertainty, and all the uncertainty is where most folks quit. This is where most folks throw in the towel. You heard what I said? They grab that white towel. You heard what I said? They start waving that white flag at you like this. Hey, they gonna wave the white flags at you. They gonna be like, hey, I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to throw the towel in right now. They don't understand. So what I've discovered is that the delays and obstacles by which you're gonna have to go past. I say these delays and these obstacles and these certain uncertainties is where I'm discovering where most people and most folks on this journey of life and this life's curriculum by which you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to endure your own life's curriculum. No one can do it for you, and no one really can do it against you. You got your own journey, your own thumbprint is your life's curriculum stamp. It's your stamp. At the same time, nobody can endure your life for you. You came into this earth on a month, day, and year by yourself. And even if it was multiple people that was born during that same time in the hospital, and that ward that you went to, you know what I'm saying, that you was birthed into, whatever hospital you was in, it was multiple babies that were born in that same season, during that same time. But y'all all different. You're a different entity because your thumbprint signifies your difference. So at the same time, all what I'm discovering is that as this person that I am, and these delays and these obstacles and all this uncertainty, right now is where the most folk give up. They throw in the towel. They call it quits during this time, during this season, when they're stuck in the void, when they're stuck between who they once were and now with the creator of all things is now wanting them to mature into. They don't want to mature. They don't want to become mature. They don't want maturity to set in and mature into this new state of mind and this new conscious thought and this new awareness and this new alert and these new privileges and these new advances. You gotta know this for yourself. Ain't nobody can know this one for you. Yeah. You heard I said, ain't nobody can know this one for you. You heard I said, ain't nobody can know this for you, sir. Ain't nobody can know this one for you, man. Hey, king, ain't nobody can know this for you, sir. This one you're gonna have to know for yourself when you stand in the mirror and observe it for yourself. Look in the mirror. Sometimes you might have to go before the mirror like how you came into this world. I don't want people to start drifting into nasty. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying the way you were birthed into this world, sometimes you might have to stand in the mirror that same way, naked before the Creator. Ain't no reason to come false. Ain't no reason to come flawed you. He already know. You might as well come from a real state of mind. Did you hear me? You might as well come from a flow state of mind. One day he's going to convict you in the mirror. I'm just letting you know, prepare your understanding. Because he'll do the same thing I do in prayer. I stand behind the big ass mirror. I stand behind the mirror of life. And I ask people questions. How do you see yourself? They don't even know I have a big mirror in front of them. I'm standing behind them and they can't even see me. And I say, how do you view yourself? Hey, sir. Hey, king. Do you see yourself as a king or do you see yourself as a prince? That's going to make a difference. Do you see yourself as a queen or do you see yourself as a princess? That's going to make a difference. Or do you see yourself as a peasant? Are you peasants in the earth? Because we have those here too. And so at the same time, I'm here. I came, I saw, and I've taught. Anything that will hinder, stagnate, and prevent me from becoming and believing and creating and standing here on my assignment, standing on my ding, because I've been called to do this. So I'm here to let you know you might be in your void. You might be standing in your void, in your great place, where it's not really that dichotomous. That's the word. It might be a gray area. You know, dichotomy got to be black or white. If you zoom in right at that moment where the black meet the white, then it might be gray, where some black is going into the white and some white is going into the black, and then it becomes gray. In that gray area, you might be standing in that void this morning, standing between the space where who you once were and who you're now becoming. I'm just here to let you know you better stop resisting. You might as well go ahead on and shed off the old and come straight fresh into the by choice. Because you don't want the creator of all things to twist your arm and push your head in the sand. He'll twist your arm and push your head so deep in the sand till you start to say, I get it. All right, I get it. All right, I do it. You don't want that to happen. That had already happened to me. That happened to me already. He called me to do something, and I walked by that door every day, knowing I should have been in MIT, Business and Training class. I walked by that door, and I seen all the people going into the door, and for a whole year, I know that I had been called to do something, and I did not do it. I found myself on the backside of the desert. A year later, I was on the backside of the desert, in the belly of the whale. Now, once you get there, now you don't have no other choice but to surrender. But then you surrendering by force. You're not surrendering by choice. So at the same time, I came this morning to tell you that your faith, that your trust, and your patience will be pushed to the limits. It'll be pushed to the limits, y'all. Yes, it will. What I've discovered is that delays and obstacles and the uncertainty is right here where folks normally give up, throw in the towel, and they quit right now. This is the very place where the shift happens right now, in the midst of it all. This is the very place where the shifting, where the paradigm shift, man. Hey, where the paradigm shift, auntie. A nieces in the earth. This is where the paradigm shift happened at right here. Yeah. I'm here to let you know that you're gonna have to trust. You're gonna have to trust the unknown. You're gonna have to trust the unfamiliar territory by which the creator of all things might be leading you to. So at the same time, maybe nobody has walked down this pathway before, but that's around you, right? Maybe all I see is a big forest, a lot of weed. You gotta get out your weed whacker and start cutting down, and maybe you gotta get out your machete and start cutting down a pathway of understanding through where you're supposed to be. No one else has walked down through. Every pathway in this thing called life ain't gonna be smoothly paved out and all pretty and black. What do you call it? They got it tarred out for you. Every pathway in this world ain't gonna be tarred out and paved out. And all these people have been going down this pathway in and out and built a whole path for you to come walk down through, all glorious. That might not be your story. I said that might not be your story. Maybe he tell you to get your weed whack out. Maybe he tell you to get your spiritual machete out. And then you got to come down and cut down paths of understanding that no one else has walked through. That's how all these people, all these theorists that I've seen in psychology through me working towards my master's degree in clinical psychology and positive developmental psychology. All they did was stood out from out from among the rest of the thought leaders and created their own understanding. And now we study Eric Erickson and Carl Rogers and all these different theorists that had their own theoretical framework, all they did stood outside of it all and got understanding. And they trusted themselves enough to know that the unfamiliar and the unknown was probably where they belong to be. That's the pathway by which they cut out into society through their thoughts, through their curriculum, through their understanding, through their knowledge, through their wisdom. And so at the same time, maybe this is my theoretical frame. I'm only here because the creator of all things said open the laptop and speaking to the on October 15th, 2022. So this October 15th, 2025 will make my third year of being here. So feeling lost, like what used to make sense no longer does anymore. Maybe it's because the old version of you is dissolved and the new version of you is coming. Maybe that's the reason why what things that you once understood. I'm just here to let you know that clarity comes once you align with your new destiny. Clarity will come once you align with your new destiny. A sir, clarity will come once you align with your new destiny. Clarity will come then, only then, once you come in alignment with your newness of it all. And so at the same time, maybe I'm here to tell you stop resisting. Avoiding you using that technique called avoidance. Avoidance technique. We know that technique to be real. People avoid, we call it the avoidance technique. They'll avoid your question. They don't want to give you an honest answer. And so we call it the avoidance technique. So at the same time, maybe that's where you are in your book between where you once were and what you once believed, and now that what you no longer can take into the new dimension of understanding, conscience, that old keys and that old baggage that you once carried on your shoulder, it won't even fit to the new door. The new door, I said the new door, D-O. It's a new door awaiting on you. Hey, king, it's a new door waiting on you, sir. Hey, queen, there's a new door waiting on you, madam. C.J. Walker, Madam C.J. Walker said, you gotta call me madam. Ooh, that's a new door. And she opened up and said, call me Madam C.J. I seen that story the other day. It's fresh in my mind. She said she made everybody call her madam. You never get it twisted. And that wasn't even her name. That was her husband's name. She took her name and put her her essence on her name and said, Madam C.J. Walker. That wasn't even her name. She took hold of it and made people respect her to this day, call her Madam C.J. Walker. Boy, you need to see that movie. That movie was so inspirational to me as an entrepreneur, as a person that just have an entrepreneurial type spirit. Where I know I'm not good in corporate, and why I walk away from corporate, I'm not good. I can't touch me. I don't know. I don't feel good. I think it's modern day. But anyway, I'm here on my assignment telling you that your faith, that your trust, and that your patience will be pushed to the limit. Because what I'm discovering is that these delays and these obstacles and this uncertainty is where most folk give up, throw in the towel, and they quit at this moment. The very place where the paradigm shift happens. You got to be willing to tap into the unfamiliar territory by which the creator of all things has led you to. So you can stop at the bush, or you can cut down a path in the bush and make your own theoretical framework. It's up to you. You can stop right at the bush and say, I can't go no further because nobody has ever went down this way. He might say, look to your right, look to your left, sir. You got a machete, you got a swing blade, you got a weed whacker, you got all these little tools around you to tell you to cut down these new paths of understanding and conscious thought, and at the same time build your own theoretical framework. It's not until you come into your conscious thought, allow your conscious, holistic, universal understanding to come forth. That's where clarity, that's where all the murky waters will clear up because you became, you created, you believe yourself. You believe, yeah, in self, in your innermost being. You believe. You was like, okay, now I could trust you. He said, now I could believe in you like how you believe in me. Now I could believe in you because you was willing to do the shallow work. You was willing to do the innermost, the most innermost work. Yeah, you was willing to do that inner work that nobody can see. You stand in that mirror by yourself in the bathroom. Nobody don't see you. Nobody can see your flaws and your failures and your frailties. But when you come out the mirror, you can stand up and be all that you at the same time. Nobody don't even know. Uh, anyway, I'm going, y'all. I just had to give y'all this part two. He wouldn't let me walk away from part two. I'm here to let you know that the universe will always test you before your breakthrough. He just want to see how far you came. He want to see would you release the old man and step into the new man of the new woman. Would you release the old keys and trust him that he'll give you the new keys and the new strategies and the new plans and the new purpose and new potential and the new patience? That's what you see. And the new push. He'll push to the limit. He'll push you to the limit. Did you hear me? I gotta go, man. I sit there and talk to y'all all day. I didn't give y'all longer. I keep telling y'all I can't even stay on here for about 30 minutes now. I can't give y'all the hour. I'm giving y'all the hour for free. Now I'm gonna have to put all these things on here. Y'all wanna hear me speak? Y'all wanna hear me talk? Y'all gotta go ahead and subscribe. Y'all give me some subscribe and some follow. If y'all said anything in this live moment that touched you in any kind of way, can y'all please share my post, like my post, you know what I'm saying? Share it. Share it to other people that might be going through some stuff. I need to hear an inspirational word in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I'm on. I am Cubic Davis, the thought-provoking specialist. I ain't on the. Do you believe that or not? It don't even matter. Man, whether you believe it or not, I don't even care enough to care. All I'm telling you to do is follow, like, and share my post. That's what I need you to do. I ain't asking you for no free. You heard what I said. I ain't asking you for money. That's too much for you to follow, like, and share my stuff. And at the same time, if I said anything that's aligned and the clarity coming through the alignment of your new destiny, your new destination by which the creator of all things is leading you to, let me know. Let me know. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings to y'all. I see y'all later. Facebook family and friends, peace and blessings. You heard me? I said peace and